Hello world, this is Orina Brian Christopher with a show that we introduce to you right now. We call it the Unsung Warriors. Today we have a guest, a warrior who we are trying to portray out there into the world. And I would like him to introduce himself. Mr. Sir, how are you?
I am very fine.
Tell us, who are you? Who is this one now? Who is this warrior?
I am Emmanuel Nissi, and I'm a third-year student at Multimedia University, pursuing an undergraduate degree in applied communication, corporate communication.
Okay. And recently you fought a battle.
Yes.
With a killer out there, and you won.
Yeah.
Please tell us about that.
It wasn't an easy one. Liver cancer is tough. I had to cut out very close members of my family, very close members of my friendship circle. It wasn't an easy one, but yes, I did it on my own. Major.
You did it on your own.
By my own. Family, friends, that's on my own. I have a niece. She's a nurse. She's a nursing student. So she's the one who was very observant. You know, if you're not in the medical field, generally you'll not see it. If you'll not see it, you'll take it as, also when I was born with serious liver complication. So I think it just progressed with time. So she noticed because the eyes turned yellow, but now it was almost brown. It was bad. So make sure you go and get a checkup. And for me, as usual, I'm very sensitive with my health. So I had to go do a full scan. It is also very expensive. And said yes, it is there. It is good that you got it 48 hours before it even goes far, because it is just manifested. I said we'll deal with it. But when it comes to telling my folks, I chose to do it now alone. The adult way of dealing with things. Because if it would have caught up with me when I am a father, a husband, I will not tell my parents first. I will deal with it with the family before I bring it out. So I decided now I want to deal with it that way. Because if I have insurance cover, it's not a big deal. Because the insurance cover I had, I was sure. Because my niece told me stage 1,
it can be treated.
Yes, if you deal with it. And also the hospitals that I deal with, the likes of Aga Khan, when it comes to heart and cancer, they are one of the best, not just in Kenya, but in the region of Africa as a whole. So I said, let me try my luck. The time I told them, I was almost done. So it was like, okay. Like, you decided to deal with it as a man. That is the time my dad said, we have only 2 men in this house. You, a man. You decided to deal with your own issues by your own. The problem with our generation as young people, we like whining a lot. Like, Dad, I want this. Mom, I want this. But this time I decided to deal with it because I knew my financial capability as a person. I didn't need my mom to come in, my dad to come in. It could hold me for, the one that I had in the account could hold me for 8 months. And right now we are 9 months, I'm down. And insurance was just for the heavy stuff. For the light ones, I deal with them myself. It wasn't easy, but the hardest thing is to keep a secret to the people you love the most. True. It doesn't hurt them. They think they're the ones who are hurt. It is you it hurts. But sometimes you weigh the situation, because if I would have told them, they would have blown things out of proportion to make sure, because we have to look for the best doctor, I don't know, from the UK, from the US, from US. That's what they do. Then in the process, instead of treating it to that point, they postpone it because they want the best person. And the best person coming from the UK to Kenya or the US to Kenya, it's not a matter of just a phone call, unatoka CBD unafika Rongai. It doesn't work that way. So imagine if they would have done that, they would have been worsening the situation rather than dealing with it. I decided to deal with it. And I know very well my genetic composition. I may be the last person. So I don't expect another person from the lineage. So if I've beaten it alone, well and good. I chose it. It wasn't easy. Yes, my folks of course were mad at me, but they looked at it on the other side of the coin. You're now scared, you're maturing very fast. Very fast. Because at my age I'm 23. But I am dealing with the issues of someone who is around 10 years. So my dad was like, when I was your age, I never reached to think to do such a thing. So at some point he said, congratulations, you're now a man.
If I may ask, what are the scary thoughts you had?
One, definitely death. Apart from death, the thought that one day you leave the people you love the most and they'll be there without you. And also, there are ambitions I had. So imagining that I will not be able to reach them, it wasn't an easy thought. Very scary in the first place.
Tell me this too. What drove you to go through what you went through? Since you were alone, why didn't you contact anyone? What gave you the motivation to just face this on your own?
You know, in life sometimes, if you have people around, they'll only tell you sorry, but they'll not have the ability to help you because it's mentally, in the first place, mentally speaking. It's a lot. Two, I don't like hurting the people I love the most. And I know myself, when I am vulnerable, I get harsh. Sometimes I push people away. So to prevent people from feeling on fire, I had to push away people who I love the most. It wasn't an easy one, but I had to. It was the best option.
Some may ask that also part of your energy to fight came. Are you a believer? Are you a Christian?
Yeah,
a strong Christian.
Very strong one.
A strong.
Very strong one.
Would you argue that you being a staunch Christian gave you the energy and the vigor to keep on fighting?
Yeah, definitely. Because yes, I am alone as a person, but before I existed, there was a deity. That deity is God.
True.
And it's my creator. So whatever happens to me, either way, it was my day. You see?
Yeah.
It was your day. So if I was to die now, it is beyond my control. So I just say, okay, God, you were there before I was born. Because when even I was inside my mother's womb, my mother was not with me, my father was not with me, my friends were not with me.
It was just you and you alone,
me and
your God.
Exactly. So I had to go back and say, just me and my God.
Okay.
You others, I am sorry, I have just to push you.
And for those out there who do not know, how was the process, your treatment?
Wow, a lot.
If you could tell us from the beginning to your psychological journey behind it and all that.
Yeah, I started treatment as soon as possible. Because also it's financially draining. Luckily, thank you to insurance, I was more safe. Though of course lazima insurance may come early, it cannot carry you, so you have to again go deep. But I was okay. Financially, it was not a problem. If it were stage 2 or stage 3, wow, that's billions.
But it
millions.
It was
on an earlier stage, so it is easy to manage.
okay.
Mentally speaking, yes, I lost a friend who was my buddy by then. It wasn't easy. That was one of my worst moments. I've never seen someone die. Like, just watch someone go.
How even during your time with your health issues, you also lost someone close to you.
And it was, when you have these friends who you find you're going through the same situation, it is way easier for them to understand rather than someone who has never. For her, she was able to understand that when your time comes to go, she had to go. It wasn't an easy experience. Psychologically, I had to handle it by myself most of the time. Imagine it replays in your head the person who was your friend. Passes on, it replays every time. But after some time, just accept it's a fact. She had to go. Eventually, she had to. Because she was stage 3 years.
She was stage 3. Were you going through this ordeal together?
Yeah, I had to. Because I knew for her it was worse. Bone marrow is different from just. Imagine your bones inside the heart from every inch. Now that is what she was going through. Now you have to be there. She can be irritant. Also for me, if I'm irritant, I understand the irritation. So I have to be there no matter what. You drive people away when you're irritant. If someone is not close to you, that's why I had to push away friends. There's one problem with friends. In your circle, not all of them are close to you. There are those ones who will, they are types of hi, yes. You're fine. Damn. But there are those ones who will ask further. There are those ones who will take an initiative to find more. And also that's what I did, was want them to go through as where you have this condition. You start saying you're going to die. There are those ones who even kill you before you even die. You start seeing a RIP poster.
If you had a chance, one chance, what would you tell your friend right now who passed?
One thing.
You have beat this cancer. By the way, congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
And she didn't get the chance.
Yeah, she did not get the chance. But if she had the chance,
if you had a chance right now, what would you tell her?
I would tell her life is not easy. And if you go through win it, then you'll have to change the way you used to live, because the way she used to live before, it was, we are in campus, we understand what goes on. So I would have just told her to change everything. Because after that, if she went back to living the way she used to live, then it was all for her.
You said earlier that you went through all this alone. But I would assume there are few who knew about you. Yes. Was there any stigmatization? Did you experience any?
No.
None whatsoever.
Yes, the people who I chose to tell.
You were picky about it.
They are I can call them the deepest. Even a girlfriend cannot fit. That one, I am sorry. If she's watching, I am sorry. You don't fit. You don't fit. Even my parents do not fit. I preferred having those people. I don't know. Of which none of them anyone knows. Like friends, family, friends. No one knows them. They are those the innermost circle that they chose never to bring out until the time when I feel them. They are more like.
Then how they handle the news when you told them?
No, they took it lightly. I expected, because stage 1 is lighter. They will tell you, definitely, So you're not the first one.
Tell me this: when you first heard that you have cancer, what is that one thing that you thought you would love to do?
Wow. If the moment I knew about it,
Yes.
I had to think, one, me and photography were a thing. So I told myself, if I am given a chance to live I've been given a timeline. Let's say they have given you like within a span of 8 months you are going. Those 8 months, I will use them very much to make sure that I have done all my photography that I ever wished. I have friends who had equipment, so definitely I'll use that. But to be honest, I was hopeless.
You are hopeless.
Very hopeless. That's why I had to shut people out, because I didn't want them to see that. The people who I have, like friends, they see me like invulnerable. Like, you see how Superman is looked like. You can handle anything. So I didn't want them to see that there's one part of me I cannot handle it. Yeah, I chose to just shut up.
Was there a moment you felt like you want to give up?
Definitely.
Just want to end it all?
It's a time I felt like if someone could just, there are those thoughts like someone should just come from somewhere, shoot you in the head, and no pain, nothing. Because the pain alone, I've seen relatives who had cancer, so it happened because of me. I didn't like it. Yes. So it's better they just think this. When I am by myself, yes, I'm hurting. But when I come out to the public, I am okay. So I choose to bring an image of a different person, two different people. It is safer, so that I protect them from that part of me. Because once they start seeing that page, you don't know, as in people are different, they'll see you. Okay. That's the problem with human beings. When you try to bring out the dark side of you, they will take it as that's not who you are. The real sense, the brighter side of you is too.
You mentioned earlier that you're a student.
Yeah.
And you're a photographer and a videographer, right?
Yeah.
So during your treatment, were you also taking part in your activities as a student, as a photographer, and as
Yes, I was, during that time of COVID, so definitely the student part
that
was not there.
Yeah.
But photography and videography, I could do it. I go to church, so I'm part of the media. I'm not even part of the head of the media. So being the head, there are those duties that I have to make sure lights is okay, make sure sound is okay, make sure the camera that we are to use for live coverage is there, everything. So I could do it myself. When I am asked, hey, see tulie kiasi, I'm in sound, I'm in lights, all of them, coordinating all of them, one person. Because the person who I used to work with went abroad, so I had to deal with it myself. So I'm rotating. You're from sound, camera, and the goodness of the current technology, you have tripods and all that. So you don't need to struggle. Once you set the camera, it does its work. There are these that also remote control and all that. It was easier. That was the only way. Now
it wasn't a strain.
It's in church. When it comes to church, I'm talking about a different story.
Okay. But you manage it all.
Yes, very easy.
What inspires your art?
What inspires my art is beauty of nature generally, beauty of people. Because I see everyone as beautiful in one way or another. The goodness of being behind the lenses, you are able to. There is something that I can see that someone who is not it's called a photographic eye. I'm able to see something that a normal person can be able to see. So the issue of seeing beauty in people, like mtu akinita kuja shoot, I make sure I do something that hata wakiona they will just love it. There's someone who I had, like my mentor, they passed on, the entire family, sadly. I could take photos, then they have a room, like a photo like bigger, the room like everyone. They passed on, the entire family. He was now the person who took care of me as a photographer to grow my hair. But unfortunately, God took him together with the entire family.
So you have faced loss almost all your life.
Several.
Yeah.
So like one of my biggest push into photography is to try to not to leave his legacy, to honor his legacy. Yeah, because he was a great guy. He was not all over the place. The others ones are very famous.
Yeah.
For him, he chose to be the type who's gonna shoot down the earth. But yeah, I think that's my major push to honor his legacy.
One more question. It's okay with you. One may assume that since you've now head on face to face and had a tangle with death itself, that your ambitions and goals might have changed. Is it safe to say so?
Oh, definitely.
No. Your goals and ambitions are the same.
They still stick.
And which are?
One, looking forward to pursue a master's degree. University of Arizona, US.
Under the same field?
Either the same field, or if I am to change, maybe international relations or something. But if I get communication studies, master's level, the other side, nice one. That's one of the major, because it is major. Going to the US, financially, getting that documentation and all that, whole thing. But once I achieve that one, I think I've done it all.
But I believe you will achieve that one, since you have faced worse behind you, and I believe any challenge that comes your way, they do not know you yet.
Yeah,
they do not know you. Thank you for being with us here.
You're welcome.
Well, there you have it, folks. Emmanuel Nissi, a 23-year-old student, photographer, videographer, a selfless, strong warrior. He took it all on its own, and he fought cancer, and he beat it. There's nothing more to it, but just to tell you this: life is precious, and seize every moment of it. This is Orina Brian, and this is the Unsung Warriors.